Alija Izetbegović's early life and education significantly shaped his intellectual and political trajectory. Born on August 8, 1925, in Bosanski, Samak, he grew up in a family that valued both faith and education. After his family moved to Sarajevo when he was young, Izetbegović excelled academically despite the political upheavals of the time. His education was disrupted during World War II, and he became associated with the Young Muslims, an intellectual group promoting Islamic renewal. This involvement led to his first imprisonment in 1946 under Yugoslavia's communist regime. Upon release, he pursued agronomy studies, but later shifted to law, graduating in 1956 while balancing family responsibilities and working on construction projects. His legal studies deepened his interest in justice, religion, and governance, which he explored through writings on Islamic philosophy and sociology. In the 1960s, Izetbegović began publishing influential works under pseudonyms, reflecting on Islam's role in modernity. His major works included the Islamic Declaration and Islam Between East and West, which critically analyzed the intersection of religion, politics, and society. These writings positioned him as a leading intellectual voice, but also drew scrutiny from Yugoslav authorities, culminating in his arrest during the politically charged Sarajevo trial in 1983. Izetbegović's education and early intellectual pursuits set the stage for his later prominence as a leader advocating for Bosnian independence and a pluralistic society, emphasizing both Islamic principles and universal human rights. His family and personal life reveal a man deeply rooted in traditional and intellectual values. He was married to Halida Repovac, with whom he shared a lifelong bond. Together they had 3 children, 2 daughters, Leila and Sabina, and a son, Bakir, who later became a prominent political figure, serving as a member of the presidency of Bosnia and Herzegovina. Izetbegović was known to be a devoted family man, balancing his political and intellectual pursuits with a strong commitment to his loved ones. His family's experiences reflected the challenges of his political career, including his imprisonment and the tumultuous times during the Bosnian War. Despite the adversity, his family supported him, contributing to his resilience and ability to lead Bosnia during its most trying moments. His legacy as a leader and thinker also influenced his family, with Bakir continuing his political ideals, advocating for Bosnian sovereignty and multicultural coexistence. His personal writings, especially during his imprisonment, offer insights into his thoughts on faith, life, and governance, demonstrating his reflective and intellectual nature, which resonated within his family circle. His influence extended beyond politics into the private realm, inspiring generations within his family and the broader Bosnian community. Izetbegović's leadership significantly shaped Bosnia during one of the most turbulent periods it had faced, leaving a lasting impact on the nation and the broader international community. As the first president of independent Bosnia, Izetbegović played a pivotal role in navigating the country through the Bosnian War, 1992 to 1995. His presidency was marked by efforts to secure international recognition for Bosnia's independence, achieved amidst resistance and violent conflict instigated by Bosnian Serb forces supported by Serbia. Under his leadership, Bosnia declared independence in 1992, setting off the war that devastated the country and its people. Izetbegović consistently advocated for Bosnia's sovereignty and worked to preserve its multi-ethnic and multi-religious character. The conflict deeply shaped Alija Izetbegović's leadership and defined his tenure as the first president of the International Republic of Bosnia and Herzegovina. The war, which erupted in 1992 after Bosnia declared independence from Yugoslavia, was marked by brutal ethnic conflict involving Bosniaks, Croats, and Serbs. Izetbegović faced significant challenges, including the military aggression of Serb forces supported by the Yugoslav People's Army, JNA, the internal strife between Bosniaks and Croats, and widespread atrocities such as ethnic cleansing and the Srebrenica genocide. From the outset, Izetbegović worked to preserve Bosnia's sovereignty and multicultural fabric. He led efforts to secure international recognition of Bosnia and Herzegovina's independence, gaining membership in the United Nations in May 1992. However, his leadership was tested by the fragmentation of alliances within Bosnia, especially the Croat-Bosniak conflict, which temporarily derailed the unified defense of the country. This conflict was resolved through the Washington Agreement in 1994, which facilitated the establishment of the Federation of Bosnia and Herzegovina in a joint Bosniak-Croat entity. Izetbegović's strategy during the war relied heavily on diplomacy. He sought international intervention to halt the violence, ultimately leading to NATO's involvement and the Dayton Accords in 1995. This agreement ended the war but institutionalized ethnic divisions by creating two semi-autonomous entities, the Federation of Bosnia and Herzegovina and Republika Srpska. While the accords brought peace, they also cemented a complex political system that continues to pose governance challenges. Despite criticism for his perceived inability to prevent internal divisions and accusations of Islamist favoritism by some opponents, Izetbegović is credited with steadfastly advocating for Bosnia's independence and pluralism in the face of immense adversity. His wartime leadership remains a polarizing topic, reflecting the complexities of navigating a multi-ethnic nation through conflict and post-war reconstruction. His leadership during and after the conflict was not without its share of challenges and criticisms. While he is remembered as a pivotal figure, advocating for Bosnia's sovereignty and multi-ethnic identity, his tenure was marked by significant hurdles. His reliance on international aid and diplomacy often meant navigating the interests of global powers. Critics began to argue that his government's relative military weakness forced him into compromises, some of which left lasting scars, such as the contentious Dayton Agreement. While this treaty ended the war, it entrenched ethnic divisions by creating fragmented political systems with separate entities, as discussed earlier on. While Izetbegović publicly championed multi-ethnic coexistence, critics, including Serbs and Croats, viewed his leadership as favouring Bosniaks, particularly through his Party of Democratic Action (SDA). Allegations of bias in resource allocation and decision-making fueled further ethnic tensions. Izetbegović's withdrawal from the Lisbon Agreement, which proposed a tri-ethnic cantonal system, is seen by some as a missed opportunity for peace. His decision, reportedly influenced by international actors, escalated the conflict as ethnic groups clashed over incompatible visions for Bosnia's future. Later on in his life, Izetbegović faced an investigation by the International Criminal Tribunal for the former Yugoslavia over allegations related to the Bosnian army's conduct during the war. While the inquiry ended with his death, it underscored the complexities of his wartime leadership. Despite these challenges, Izetbegović is celebrated by many Bosniaks as a symbol of resilience and independence. His ability to secure international recognition for Bosnia and defend its sovereignty during one of the most devastating conflicts in Europe's recent history remains a significant part of his legacy. Alija Izetbegović's legacy as a leader and thinker has had a lasting impact on Bosnia and Herzegovina and beyond. His leadership during the Bosnian War, marked by his advocacy for independence and multi-ethnic coexistence, left an indelible mark on the nation's identity. Despite the severe challenges, including international criticism and internal ethnic tensions, Izetbegović is celebrated for his commitment to peace and the preservation of Bosnia's diverse cultural fabric. His contributions extend beyond politics. His works such as the Islamic Declaration and Islam Between East and West remain influential in Islamic philosophy and political thought. These writings provide insights into reconciling Islamic values with modernity, making him a key figure in contemporary Islamic discourse. His legacy as the wise King of Bosnia symbolizes resilience and the pursuit of justice in adversity. Monuments, academic studies, and annual commemorations reflect his enduring influence. However, his tenure is not without controversy. Some critiques focus on the challenges of navigating Bosnia's ethnic divisions and the war's devastating impact. Nevertheless, Izetbegović remains a revered figure, embodying the spirit of a nation that endured immense hardships to achieve sovereignty and recognition.